Welcome to DuDear Academy. In this video, I am going to discuss the previous year question paper of Kerala PSC JPHN examination. Junior Public Health Nurse Grade 2 examination conducted by Kerala PSC in a Health Municipal Common Service. This is the part 2 of the discussion of the question paper. I have already uploaded the part 1 video. You can watch it. And all other videos, the link is given in the description regarding the discussion of JPHN question paper. Question number 21. The solution used to detect sugar in urine. The solution used to detect sugar in urine. Options: liquid ammonia, nitric acid, Benedict's reagent, sodium nitroprusside. Correct answer is Benedict's reagent. Benedict's reagent is used to detect sugar in urine. Question number 22. The smallest unit of the body. Options: cell, tissue, DNA, muscle. Correct answer is cell. Cell is the structural and functional unit of human organisms. So right answer is cell. Question number 23. The largest organ of our body. The largest organ of our body. Options: brain, skin, liver, large intestine. Correct answer is skin. Skin is the human body's largest organ and liver is the second largest organ in human body. So skin is the largest organ in human body and liver is the second largest organ in human body. Already I have uploaded a video regarding the largest organs or what is largest in our body, largest bone, muscle, etc. So you can watch that video. The link is given in the I button and also it will be given in the description. Next question. Question number 24. Which of the following is a permanent method of sterilization? Options: Lippis loop, copper T, tubectomy, condoms. Which of the following is a permanent method of sterilization? Correct answer is tubectomy. Permanent methods are tubectomy or female sterilization and vasectomy or male sterilization. Here all other options are temporary method. Correct answer here is tubectomy. Question number 25. The hormone responsible for the secondary sex characteristics in female. The hormone responsible for secondary sex characteristics in female. Options: estrogen, progesterone, androgen, relaxin. Correct answer is estrogen. Estrogen is the reproductive hormone in females that assists in endometrial regrowth, ovulation, calcium absorption, and also it is responsible for secondary sexual characteristics of females. Next question, question number 26. Permanent cessation of menstruation is termed as. Permanent cessation of menstruation is termed as. Options: menarche, telarche, menopause, amenorrhea. Correct answer is menopause. Menopause is known as the permanent cessation of menstruation. And menarche is the first occurrence of menstruation. Telarche is the beginning of breast development. Amenorrhea means absence of menstruation. Question number 27. The name given to the endometrium during pregnancy. Options: endoderm, mesoderm, ectoderm, decidua. The name given to endometrium during pregnancy is known as decidua. Decidua is the modified mucosal lining of uterus or the modified endometrium that forms in preparation for pregnancy. Question number 28. The fertilized ovum divides into a cluster of cells known as. The fertilized ovum divides into a cluster of cells known as. Options: Blastocyst, morula, blastocele, inner cell mass. Blastocyst, morula, blastocele, inner cell mass. Correct answer is morula. Then what is blastocyst? Embryo usually reaches the uterine cavity about 5 or 6 days after fertilization. So at this time it is known as blastocyst. Blastocyst consists of outer trophoblast and inner cell mass. Blastocele is a fluid-filled cavity that forms in the blastocyst. It is a fluid-filled cavity that forms in the blastocyst, or it is the cavity in the blastula of developing embryo. Blastocele means cavity. Then inner cell mass, it is the mass of cells inside primordial embryo that will eventually give rise to definitive structure of fetus. So it is a mass of cells inside the embryo that will give rise to the definitive structure of fetus. And morula is the solid mass of blastomeres resulting from number of cleavage of zygote or fertilized egg. It is developing from the cleavage of zygote or fertilized egg. So here the fertilized ovum divides into a cluster of cells known as morula. Then question number 29. The umbilical cord contains. The umbilical cord contains options 1 artery and 1 vein, 2 arteries and 2 veins, 1 artery and 2 veins, 2 arteries and 1 vein. Correct answer is 2 arteries and 1 vein. Umbilical cord contains 3 blood vessels, that is 2 arteries and 1 vein. And these 2 arteries carry waste from baby back to the placenta, and the veins carry, one vein carries food and oxygen from placenta to the baby. Question number 30. The expulsion of products of conception before 20 weeks of gestation. The expulsion of products of conception before 20 weeks of gestation are known as options abortion, labor, preterm labor, intrauterine death. Correct answer is abortion. Abortion is the expulsion of a fetus from uterus before it has reached the stage of viability, and in human beings it is usually about the 20th week of gestation. Question number 31. Bluish discoloration of vagina during pregnancy is called. Bluish discoloration of vagina during pregnancy is called options Osiander's sign, Palmer's sign, Hagar's sign, Chadwick's sign. Correct answer is Chadwick's sign. Chadwick's sign is the bluish discoloration of vagina during pregnancy. Then what is Osiander's sign? It is the pulsation felt through lateral vaginal fornix. Osiander's sign is the pulsation felt through lateral vaginal fornix. And Palmer's sign means uterine contractions are felt during bimanual examination. Uterine contractions felt during bimanual examination. Hagar's sign is the compressibility and softening of lower uterine segment, which occurs during first trimester of pregnancy. Next question. Question number 32. The uterine fundus reaches Syphilis sternum at. The uterine fundus reaches Syphilis sternum at options 34 weeks, 36 weeks, 38 weeks, 40 weeks. Correct answer is 36 weeks. Uterine fundus reaches the tip of Syphilis sternum by 36th week. Question number 33. The widest transverse diameter of the fetal skull passes the pelvic brim is termed as. The widest transverse diameter of the fetal skull passes the pelvic brim is termed as. Options lie, presentation, engagement, position. Correct answer is engagement. Then what is lie? Lie is the relationship of fetus to long axis of uterus. Relationship of fetus to long axis of uterus is known as lie. Then presentation means the fetal body part that will be first to pass through the cervix and be delivered. Engagement means largest diameter of presenting part has passed the inlet of maternal pelvis. And position is the relationship of fetal presenting part to maternal bony pelvis. Relationship of fetal presenting part to maternal bony pelvis is known as position. Here the question is the widest transverse diameter of the fetal skull passes the pelvic brim. That is engagement. Then question number 34. Human chorionic gonadotropin is produced from. HCG is produced from options amnion, syncytial trophoblast, cytotrophoblast, yolk sac. Correct answer is cytotrophoblast. Cytotrophoblast is a well-defined single layer of cells and it produces the hormone known as HCG, which is responsible for informing the corpus luteum that pregnancy has begun. So cytotrophoblast is a well-defined single layer of cells and it produces the hormone HCG or human chorionic gonadotropin, and it is responsible for informing the corpus luteum that pregnancy has begun. Then syncytial trophoblast means it erodes the walls of the blood vessels of decidua to make the nutrients in the maternal blood accessible to the developing embryo. It erodes the blood vessels of the decidua, the walls of blood vessels of decidua to make the nutrients in the maternal blood accessible to the developing embryo. Then yolk sac lies on the side of ectoderm and it provides nourishment for the embryo until the trophoblast is sufficiently developed to take over the function. So it helps in providing nourishment for the embryo. And amniotic cavity lies on the side of ectoderm and it is filled with fluid. Amniotic cavity is on the side of ectoderm and it is filled with fluid and it gradually enlarges to envelop the embryo. And amnion form its lining. So here HCG is produced from cytotrophoblast. Then question number 35. Net maternal weight gain during pregnancy. Net maternal weight gain during pregnancy. Options 6 to 8 kg, 8 to 10 kg, 10 to 12 kg, 12 to 14 kg. Net maternal weight gain during pregnancy. The right answer is 6 to 8 kg. Total weight gain at term is approximately 11 to 12 kg and it is distributed as reproductive weight gain and net maternal weight gain. Reproductive weight gain is about 6 kg, that is weight of the fetus, placenta, liquor, uterus and breast. And net maternal weight gain is 6 kg, that is the increase in blood volume, increase in extracellular fluid, accumulation of fat and proteins. So the total weight gain at term can be divided into two, that is reproductive weight gain of 6 kg and net maternal weight gain of 6 kg. So here the question is net maternal weight gain during pregnancy. Correct answer is 6 to 8 kg. So these are the important questions of previous year question paper. Thank you for watching the video. Hope you like this video. Also share this to your friends.